It is hours before the Edge Center for the Arts opens its doors to the public for Jonathan Thunder's solo exhibition, and he is making some final adjustments to an installation piece for the show.
It's my drawing table, a bunch of ink drawings that climb up the wall. I have a friend that's an installation artist, and I wasn't exactly sure if, it's a big space, I wasn't exactly sure if I had enough paintings for it, and it turned out that I did, but he suggested that I do an installation piece. The title of this show is The Politics of Dreams, Defying Dilettantism, which for me is, I think a general definition of the word dilettantism is somebody who's a dabbler. And for me, I've taken my dreams and my artwork to a level where I wouldn't consider myself dabbling in it. I'm pretty much fully immersed in the process of trying to put that on canvas and present it at my shows. I've said that my paintings and my work come from the same place that dreams come from. And this year I've done a lot of focusing on that concept, you know, like working from intuition, working from dreams.
Many of the canvases are large, the colors bold and striking, and the subject matter may be open to interpretation by the viewer. Other paintings do have deliberate meanings conveyed by Jonathan.
That diptych is called The Most Dangerous Game, and it's about the game of love. And in the painting you see the man and woman have a skull head signifying mortality, and the woman holds a pistol and the man holds a flower, kind of signifying some of the different pieces that you might find in relationships that become unhealthy. When I painted that piece, I was in a place where I was realizing the importance of love being based on respect, like a mutual respect. And I had seen a lot of things in my life where it can turn into domestic violence or, you know, head games and things like that. That painting is called The Hand of God, and I painted it 10 years ago, and it's these two animals are looking at this human hand that is not rooted in the ground, but has suction cups sucking the blood out of the ground. But with everything that's happening nowadays surrounding the whole Standing Rock situation, I figured it was relevant to pull it out of hiding and present it. Basically, the concept is working with earth as opposed to sucking the earth dry.
I think I was struck by, I feel like Jonathan in a lot of ways is a study in contradiction. I think you've got these really, really intense paintings. Some of them are dark, some of them are so funny. You got his two little kittens at the studio that he's playing with them, and there's such a gentleness about him too that I think I was just struck by how authentic he is. I think it's so different from anything that I've seen up here. So colorful, so bold. He's just extremely original. I felt like this was the kind of show that I would want to go see at the gallery as a member of the community.
Earlier that day, Jonathan was a special guest at the Big Fork School, where he worked with the 7th and 8th graders on a video shown as part of the exhibit. The gallery draws from the greater northern Itasca County area.
Does anyone else smell burnt hair?
We were pleased after visiting Jonathan's studio this summer, my co-director, Yasmin, Scrivner, and I, and that's when we booked him to do the work with the students. He showed us a few of his pieces, and at the Edge Center, we try to incorporate an educational piece as often as we can for the Big Fork students. And he had done some remarkable work with students, and he was very willing, in fact, to work with our students. It's been a very special day here.
We made a short film that was kind of a, I guess you could call it improv, and we winged it. It ended up being kind of like Star Wars meets pizza, meets mutants, meets James Bond, meets lasers. You know, and it was basically, I wanted to come in and build something with the kids that they wanted, they would find entertaining. As a native artist, I get pushed into this small block where I'm expected to create certain images and have a certain I guess, stay inside of a certain range of what audience I can appeal to. And I think that sometimes we forget about where art has been, you know, and some of the early artists, some of the early painters really pushed the boundaries. The large canvases are, for me, it kind of pays homage to the heritage of painting, the roots of painting. When I was studying painting, I noticed that a lot of the old school, like old masters, painted on large canvases. Colors in my paintings, I would say, are something that's always appealed to me. I trained in the Southwest, where I studied painting at the Institute of American Indian Arts, and during that time, I was surrounded by a lot of vibrant colors, and I've been told that that's kind of signature, like people can recognize one of my paintings. I wouldn't think that I'm afraid of the concept of fame. I think with Facebook and things of the like, we're all kind of, you know, like famous if you really look at it. And for me, my profession is to just do artwork.